these two dudes showed up late at night claiming that they'd just seen 3 bodies that were torn up, like mutilated. It really goes back to the fall of 1993. I was visiting a buddy of mine who was working on a dope farm, and it was harvest season, which is like a particularly dangerous time of the year up there, but he kind of got me a hall pass with the guy that owned the farm and vouched for me. That night, as we were coming down, we were in the cabin, the A-frame cabin that belonged to the guy that owned the farm, and these two dudes showed up late at night, covered in mud, like splattered with mud, soaked, claiming that they'd just been to a nearby dope farm where they'd seen 3 bodies that were torn up, like mutilated. And these guys were freaking out, okay? They seemed legitimately traumatized to me. They were exuding this like energy of like terror and having just seen, mutilated bodies, to the point where I was just trying to shrink into the couch where I was. I was like really not happy to be in that room at that point. And the owner of the farm kind of pulled them off to the side, and they were having a conversation in the kitchen. And when they were trying to keep their voices hushed, but these guys, they were so rattled, like their voices were going up and down in volume, but they were clearly saying that they just like seen these 3 bodies, and they seen like Sasquatch footprints at the murder scene. And they knew it wasn't a ripoff, they were saying, because it was, all the weed had been harvested, but it was still there. Like some plants had been torn up and thrown around, right? But the bud was still there. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of weed, if it was a typical patch. And, it was like at one point the guy was like, "Are you sure they're dead?" And they were like, "Yeah, you fucking not listening to us? They were torn to pieces, man. They're fucking dead, And a Bigfoot killed these guys."